Hello, everyone. Welcome to Influencers Network. I am, of course, Mark Steele, real estate broker. I'm talking to sales representative with Tridel, Ashley Swanek. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. Now, before we get into the development that you're going to share with us today, tell us about yourself, Ashley. How'd you get into
Yes. Yeah, no, for sure. So I've been with the company for about 13 years, a little over
it?
13 years. I'm kind of a lifer here. It's been great. I kind of started as an administrator and got my license a little over 5 years ago.
Okay,
So I've been with the company since a very young age, and it's been nothing but great things being here, honestly.
fantastic. And so you've dealt with a lot of the new developments for Tridel over those 13 years.
Yes, definitely. Probably touched almost every site since I've started here.
Really? So before
Yeah.
getting into the one we're talking about today, what's been your favorite experience so far?
Specifically about this site here.
Oh, no, any previous one. What's been your favorite
Oh,
project?
any previous ones? Oh, that's a tough one. Well, I'd have to say obviously my first. First is
Okay,
always the lasting impression.
right.
So my first full-time site was at Highway 7 and Warden, which is at called Circa. That was
Okay,
a pretty big site there, and I drive by it pretty much almost every day. I live very, very close by.
right.
So every time I drive by, it's kind of a constant reminder of where I started. I started there as a part-timer, and then
Okay.
that was actually my first full-time site as an administrator. So kind of little, a little sentimental about that site
It's
there.
close to your heart for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay, now the reason that you and I connected today is because I want to talk about the market development.
Mhm.
So give us some details about that. What is market?
Yeah, okay, so a little bit of background on me. So I actually grew up in the area.
Okay,
My grandparents lived off of Baldwin. So again, this area is very, very close to my heart. I
right.
actually went to elementary school at Lord Lansdowne at Peter and College, or sorry, Spadina College, but at
Oh, wow.
On Peter Street. Yeah, so super, super close by.
Okay,
I have friends who own businesses in the Kensington Market area. A lot of my friends still actually reside in the surrounding community.
okay.
So this area is very, 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 very close to my heart. And just kind of, even just growing up in the area, it's not really a secret. You come by this area, it definitely needs that facelift that it honestly deserves.
Right.
And being so close to what I love about Market is that, the infrastructure is already there. When you're, kind of buying into a new community, often you're kind of waiting for the infrastructure to come to this community. So you're kind of waiting for public transportation, shops, things like that to kind of surround the new community. But what's so great about Market is the convenience is already there. You're just kind of waiting for that facelift to just kind of that revitalization to happen within this community itself.
Right.
And it's a massive undertaking that we have for this revitalization, and it's probably one of the largest, in specifically the city's core.
Okay. So who do you see as the ideal demographic for this project?
Yeah, and I can speak from experience. So we just launched this site back in September,
Mhm.
and automatically people always think, okay, well, it's a downtown site. We're going to see lots of investors and not a lot of end users. So
Right.
actually, to kind of, to my surprise, and not really, but because this is kind of like the first new site in the area, we actually have a lot of people who currently live in the existing area or in the surrounding communities who are actually kind of looking to keep their kids close by.
Okay.
Yeah, and just kind of, so there is of course end users, but as well as investors, but actually you'd be surprised the kind of demographics, and it's pretty much everyone who's kind of already living in the existing
Yeah. Okay. Give
area.
us an idea of the kind of units that we can find, the pricing, the sizes.
Yeah. So, Tridel, what I kind of love about our motto is that, we don't really believe in creating investor buildings. That's not really what we've been doing. We've kind of been steering away from that for a while.
Mhm.
So, a lot of our suites actually, I don't remember the last time we did a studio was many, many years ago. We haven't done studios in so long. So,
Okay.
we do have true one bedroom suites,
Right.
starting around the low 500s, so around the 520 square feet range,
Okay.
and then going up to the 3 bedrooms. So that's kind of like the suite diversity that you can kind of find in our building. And it's definitely trying to gear towards more families, young families, people who are trying to move into family friendly spaces and condos.
Okay, not bad. And obviously, over the past year, you've seen a lot of shifts in the Toronto market, especially,
Yes.
of course, in the condo range. So, what do you see as being the future for this development as well as others downtown?
Yeah, so I mean, it's no secret that definitely people are trying or are kind of embracing the condo lifestyle, really, right? It's
Yeah.
a lot, it's very carefree. It's kind of a lock and go kind of mentality, which is, that's kind of the lifestyle we've adapted over the years. I mean, COVID's kind of slowed us down a little bit, maybe
Right.
appreciate the finer things in life a little bit, but yeah, no, definitely. But I think what's great is like market here specifically is the first phase
Yeah.
of four more phases to come. And
Okay.
it is part of this this like huge 18-acre master planned revitalization.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the beginning of something really sweet. I mean, we did do the first portion of the revitalization with SQ1 and SQ2, which is
Right.
already done and completed. And to be honest, because this is kind of like the first master plan revitalization, specifically in this core, I think we're really setting the precedence for other builders to really come in and just essentially give this area the facelift that it really deserves. Because I mean, if you look at Queen West and Dundas Street West, it's
Mhm.
a world of a difference. Okay,
Right.
it seems like you're almost in two different parts of the city, but you're really just a one block radius, right?
Right.
So we are really the start of that transformation, and that even starts with like the architecture of the building. It's really going to architecturally transform Dundas Street West as well.
Okay. So along with that transformation and the revitalization of the area, what other things would really draw investors and end users and buyers in general to this project?
Yeah, and that's a great question. So I kind of touched a little bit on the infrastructure.
Mhm.
So that I think is really, really important. I mean, you have the 505 streetcar along Dundas Street West, the
Right.
501, which is 24 hours. Then you have the Yonge and Bloor subway lines super close by. So you're very, very well connected as far as public transportation goes.
Mhm.
Not to mention, you also have Queen West and Kensington Market, which are very, very, up and coming, very unique areas of the city. Actually, Queen West was voted, I think, second coolest city in Toronto, like by Vogue magazine in like 2017.
Right.
But I mean, it's a super, super cool area. And I think what's important is that, with not only just the infrastructure, you also have hospitals close by. You have Western Hospital, which is like a 5-minute walk. You have U of T super close by, OCAD, University, all within a 10-minute walk.
Mhm.
So you're kind of catering and attracting all walks of life. Whether you want to come here for a lifestyle experience, whether
Right.
you want to come here for work, whether you want to come here for convenience. I mean, it's really kind of a catch-all kind of community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think you've told us everything that we need to know already about the project. Is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you want to share with the viewers out there?
Um, I mean, if this specific site isn't for you, I mean, there's definitely more phases to come. We always have communities in all of the parts of the city, not just
Right.
specifically focusing on the downtown core, which is why I kind of love our, you know, our company because we do like to kind of diversify outside of the GTA, which is great.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, what's great is that, kind of what differentiates us from other builders is that, for example, I'm a licensed real estate agent,
Right.
but I work specifically for the builder.
Okay.
So I just want, you and everyone else out there to know that, we really have everyone's best interest at heart. There's
Mhm.
no conflict of interest. We're really here to kind of help you facilitate any kind of questions that you might have, whether it's specific to this site or, one of my colleagues' site. We're very happy to kind of push you in a direction that might help you make your decision easier.
That's fantastic. So you guys aren't just trying to get sales, but you're actually finding the right product for the right person.
Exactly. Yeah.
How
And
people
that's kind of
appreciate
and I think people kind of understand why I love it here so much. I'm not trying to be biased, but
that.
that's kind of like, obviously my colleagues are great. So it
Of
makes it
course.
really enjoyable to work with.
That's good. Well, actually, again, that's a lot of information for us, and that's been very helpful. This is exactly what we wanted. So, guys, once again, this is about the market development from Tridel. It's going to be in Toronto. If you have any questions about it at all, feel free to reach out to myself. And Ashley, if they have any questions, I can just pass them along to you.
Yep, absolutely. I'm here.
Sounds good. It's very helpful. Influencers Network, once again, guys, thank you for watching. I'm Mark Steele. This is Ashley Swanek, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Thanks, guys.